Hello, friends. Welcome to Great People Interview Series once again. And yes, once again, we'll be talking on AI. And you must be wondering, well, everybody these days is talking about AI, and it's the same stuff that people keep repeating. Um, but let me give you a break. We're going to see what practically you can do with your business, and somebody who's got that fantastic approach is here with us as a guest. Ciaran, welcome to Great People Interview Series show.
Thank you. Thank you. It's great to be connected. And yeah, I'm looking forward to our conversation on AI and how you can implement it in your business today. So yeah, let's get started.
Yeah, absolutely. So, friends, he is the founder of ProfileTree, a digital agency based in Belfast. Spent 15 plus years in helping businesses. What they call is get found online, and that's through WordPress websites, SEO, video production, content marketing, and so on. Uh, we all know about this, but this is what they have been doing for so many years. And as he tells me before this podcast, is they themselves have gone through a transformation by adopting AI, its tools, the right kind of techniques in last 3 years. Well, let's hear it from him. So tell us more about Profile Tree and what you do as business.
Well, of course, yeah. So a traditional digital agency, as you mentioned, websites, content, SEO, digital strategy, a lot of training for companies on how to develop their brand online. But you're totally right. The AI has changed everything. I think it's a massive uh, change for digital agencies because that's a core element. They're actually eating a little bit of our business model. So again, you can have AI websites today that are actually pretty good. You can do AI videos and AI video editing today. You just upload your clips and type in a prompt and it will edit your video for you. Again, that's very interesting. And we've got our own two videographers in-house. We've always done video, but that's changing as well. Content was one of the, and the marketing was one of the first sectors to really be impacted by ChatGPT 3.5 when it was released 3 years ago. And we've seen a lot of clients actually cancel retainers and bring the content production in-house because obviously AI enabled them to do that. So I would see our whole business model changing, and the services that we offered even say a year ago, we'll not be offering or not be delivering them in 12 months time. And we're in a very aggressive path with AI implementation. Probably 60% of what we do today is AI training and support and helping businesses implement the basics of AI in the best way possible to get impact and save money and scale their operations and even marketing. But yeah, no, it's getting very interesting, and the speed of adoption, and I know you'll have seen it too, the speed of these updates coming out from all of these tools. It's, gosh, I've never been running so fast in my life, but it's, yeah, very interesting.
Yeah, so I think it's great that and people have been talking about this. It's fascinating. It's crazy. It's saving time. But all these talks are there's a lot of fluff, and
Mm.
in session today we'll try to get to the actual real stuff that they can take away and implement. So my first question goes back to what you have been sharing with me, and what you just said. Updates every few weeks, every few days, right? uh, so could you please share that group conversation feature that has just been launched, you said 3 weeks ago?
Yeah. So in just at the end of November, ChatGPT rolled out a new chat feature. They're rolling it out to all accounts. So funny, we've a business account, and we didn't see it in the business account, but it is in our paid personal accounts. So again, and free will get it as well. And in the top right corner, so next time you sign into ChatGPT, go to the top right corner, and you should see a little person icon. Click on that, and that gives you a group chat feature, very like WhatsApp chat, but within ChatGPT. And you can invite people into that chat. You share your link with them, and again, 5 or 6 team members can come in. And what that creates then within your chat, on the left hand side, you get a new little column which is chats, and you can have multiple chats, as far as I've seen so far, unlimited, so different people within it. And the key here is that I might have 3 or 4 of my team in it, and ChatGPT is in that as well. And we're chatting about a topic, a conversation, a project, a problem in our business. And we're having a natural conversation as we would in maybe our own internal chat feature. But the difference is we have ChatGPT joining in the conversation as well. So it's jumping in and adding its viewpoint, answering questions, asking some really interesting, point questions, and taking us maybe down a different route. And it's blown our mind, because you can imagine you've got your core team in the room, and you've got ChatGPT in the middle having this conversation. It is incredible, I have to say.
This
So if you
is
haven't tried
amazing.
it, yeah,
This is
try it out.
amazing.
It is, yeah, it's very interesting.
Anytime I would tell one of my team members, and they would use the chat GPT, come back to me, uh, adding their intelligence. Now we can do it there, right?
Yeah,
While I'm discussing with my team, chat GPT can put in so we just saving a lot of to and fro as well. This is amazing. But I think what is more amazing, and to the audience friends, is this man here knows it. And the difference is, well, it's been around for 3 weeks. And he says it's been around for 3 weeks. Well, we don't even know. So that is the power this person, our guest, brings in to the session. And we are just beginning the session, by the way. So I'm super excited to take this forward, because I think they got one takeaway already, the audience.
yeah. And
Second,
I think what happened there is chat obviously recognized the workflow you were describing there. We were doing the exact same, but they obviously realized millions of people are doing the exact same. You're having a conversation in chat, you're taking screenshots of your output, sharing with a team member, then you're going back in, and it's very solo work. But now this teamwork is going to be, I think it's going to take it to another level. So yeah, I'm very excited now for the rest of this month.
amazing, amazing. Well, so let's take a step back, and uh, small business owners are already overwhelmed by AI, and there's a lot of talk going around. So, what is the simplest starting point for a small business to start with?
Yeah, I would say look at something that you need to do in the business but don't like doing. And we deal with a lot of business owners, business leaders, and it tends to be the marketing. They might, you have to write content, you have to do emails, or should be doing emails, you have to and should be writing social media posts. So marketing is probably the first area you'd see being digitally transformed or changed or enhanced with AI in most businesses. But my big advice to any business is start with one tool. What happens is, and you already mentioned it, is there's so many tools. We're getting bombarded with news. We go into social media, there's ads for all these tools. I would say ignore them all, pick one tool and focus on it. And if I was going to suggest one tool, it would be the market leader, and the one that's probably going to change so much going forward is ChatGPT. And I would say to people, look, if you can master ChatGPT and take full advantage of all of its features, you will never be stuck. You'll be able to do incredible things. And I would say most people are probably using 5% of it, and that's the challenge today.
Wow, wow. That's why you have this training program which describes the 95% of the ChatGPT features that we don't even know, which is very, very useful. So from there on, I think, as you said, the repeated tasks, like blog posts, or, well, I would like to write, but probably once in 2 months, once in a month. But my social media team would say, well, this can't be one post in a month. So then you write, which is not what you want to be doing. So I think, if we hear you right, then that is where we bring in the tool to help you, um, take over some of the work that you don't want to be doing, but you have to do.
Totally. And again, if we focus on, if we say we're talking about ChatGPT today, if you go to the bottom left corner of your profile, click on your picture and go to settings. Most people have never done this. And you go in there, and if you're using the free account, make sure you switch off, go to data controls and switch off sharing my data with OpenAI. So you're keeping your account private and your information within it. And then I would go to personalization. And in personalization, you've got the choice of 8 personalities, and it's set at the default, which is probably the safest. I would use the candid personality. I don't like fluff, so tell me it straight. But there's a quirky personality, which is amazing for social media posts. There's a bit more of a nerdy personality, which is great for editorial content. Again, people don't realize that's there. Fill in information about your business, and it'll transform what you're doing.
Wow, amazing. That's fantastic. Well, my next question is, uh, from your experience, which areas of a small business can benefit quickly, from AI adoption? Whether it is, marketing, customer service, operations, what area is, as we say, is the low hanging fruit?
Yeah, totally. And we mentioned already, marketing definitely easy. That's the first place everyone goes in, which is great. But probably the biggest impact on a business is maybe the front end of customer service. So adding an AI chatbot to a website, incredible. Or even internally, you're getting all of these emails in from clients. Would you set up a project in your tool of choice, ChatGPT, and train it on the best responses? And you can copy in those manually, even copy in those emails from clients, paste it in, and you get an incredible reply. It saves every email might save 10 or 15 minutes, but over a year that adds up a lot. But you're also
Yeah,
giving the clients a detailed reply that you probably wouldn't do normally. Again, so you're really like you're dealing with the cold face of clients. And then internally in operations, there's a lot of time saving, cost cutting that you can do within that and get more people dealing with customers and hopefully sales. And that's the 3 areas I'd be looking at to start with.
fantastic. Well, let's dive into some of the tools. And as is our favorite, ChatGPT. My question is, uh, most people use the free version. And I just wanted to understand, uh, do we have to go for a paid version? And if yes, when? What are the differences?
Amazing question. So the free version is brilliant, and we would advise people to start with the free version. And if you're using it maybe 2 to 3 hours a week, it's perfect. But if you're using it more than that, because what happens when you use the free version, you start with the latest model, which is 5.1, but then it degrades down to the older model, say 4. So you're using a 12-month-old model. So the responses are not the best. You're not getting exactly what you want from it. So not ideal. But also then some of the features you don't have full access to them. So when we talk about projects, you can add 5 files on free model, but on the paid plan, you can add 25. And if there's a big surge of users on the platform, the paid users get priority. You'll be the one that's locked out. So again, we would say, look, to a business, if you're using it maybe 2 or 3 hours a week, no problem, stick with free. But if you're using it more than that, we would advise it's definitely worth the investment of the $20, because you're getting the most intelligent brain, you're getting all of the features, you're not going to be locked out. You can set up great projects, and the difference between 4 and 5.1 at the moment is substantial enough that it's worth making that investment.
Brilliant, brilliant. So, any other tools that you would like to discuss briefly?
Yeah, well, there's loads. Where do we start? So yeah, briefly, we're loving HeyGen and Descript for video at the moment. So again, if you haven't tried that and you're interested in video, look at HeyGen and video and Descript. And in both of those, you can upload a couple of clips and type in a prompt and ask it to create a commercial video of 60 seconds long, and it will do that in a minute or two for you. So that's groundbreaking. We use them a lot. I love Claude AI for writing really good content. ChatGPT is brilliant too. So two good tools. I'd recommend Canva AI for design. Definitely worth looking at that. If you haven't looked at the Canva AI, most people look at Canva, but forget about their AI offering, which is brilliant. I love Ideogram for images as well. Love it, and it's great at doing character headshots. So again, I upload a photo of me and I can be in 6 different colors of suits. So it's great for headshots for professional images. And then another one is Napkin AI. Again, we're talking about business. Napkin AI is brilliant for creating diagrams and images around graphics as well.
Yeah, yeah. I think we all recognize uh, using AI, but there are some who are slightly concerned about the security. How do we ensure? Because you just mentioned, you know, by default, there's certain
Mm.
things that are happening we don't even know. So, what's your view on that?
Yeah, again, really important point. So I would, any tool you're using, and you're putting data into it, you should go through the settings and see what options you have and try and understand their terms and conditions. And you can use AI for that. Copy that data, the terms, and put it into the AI to read that. But with the free account, it's automatically set that your data is shared with OpenAI, and you probably don't want that. So go into the settings, go into data controls, and switch that off. You do have the option to do that, and that'd be the first thing I would do. And then any tool you're using, I would be a wee bit more cautious around the data. Obviously, just what you're sharing, we would suggest you don't submit any private data unless you're using a paid account, because you've got a better license with an agreement with the business. And again, platforms like ChatGPT, OpenAI, because they're so well established, they have incredible security around their system, but they're doing that many updates. I have seen mistakes being made by the company, and things going online. So you do need to be definitely a wee bit secure. One thing we would definitely say to clients is, do not sign up for any random software that you see on social media promising the world and you've never heard of them before. Always check the reviews, because what you'll find, it might be a small startup, a small team, and best of luck to them. But you want to be very careful in sharing any data with that. So we would tend to stick with the big companies, and we just know that their security systems are in place. But then it is just going through the settings and making sure that you're not sharing loads of personal data that you shouldn't be sharing.
Yeah, absolutely important, because if we are going to be asking so many questions, probably personal ones, business ones, commercial ones, to ChatGPT, we need to know, whether the data is secure. If we are going to use different tools for different things in our business, then yes, we want to know whether it is secure. And if that information leak is to be protected, I think your advice is very, very valuable. And it's equally important to using AI, how to use it carefully. Um, that's really, really useful. So now I think from here, um, in terms of your business profile tree, uh, what are your growth plans? Are we seeing any new services, products? What's your plan in next 6 months to 1 year, 2 years? I'm not talking about, well, we used to ask before, what's your 3 year from now and 5 year from now? And I have started changing, I have changed my question. I say 6 months to 1 year, because, visionary entrepreneurs tell me, I do not know what is going to happen after 1 year.
Very, very true. Yeah. So for us, it's we're doubling down and doing a major piece of digital transformation in our business. We have been using AI and implementing across our business, and we've got loads of really fancy tools within our system, but we feel that we're moving too slow. And we had a major team meeting maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, and we are doing now weekly sprints and implementing AI in every single department every week. And we've taken a percentage of the business time to do this, just to accelerate our own knowledge and investment in AI. So that's the big mission for us. So we want to be a full AI implementation agency in 6 months, and help as many people implement AI in a safe and impactful way within their business moving forward. And that's a big goal. We've never done anything like this before, but yeah, very exciting.
That's fantastic goal, and I'm sure your team will achieve that as well. Um, well, it's been great talking to you. Fantastic insights, valuable knowledge. Thank you so much for your time.
So I thank you, Session. It's been brilliant chatting as well. So thank you for that.
It's really amazing, and we would like to hear you more and more. But as this podcast format is limited to this time, but I think within this time today, we covered a lot of things. I'm sure I would advise audience to listen to this at least twice, make notes, because implementable insights that we have shared. It wasn't just, this is my view and that is my view. You actually shared some of the tools, some of the settings. You are a very practical person as well. So nuts and bolts of what you're doing. So that's again, thank you so much. It's really wonderful talking to you.
Thank you.